Many times in a movie, you must have seen a scene where a heroine is preparing food in the kitchen, looking into a video or maybe a book. And then we know the quality of food that comes out and what happens to the people who are eating it. So, today I'm going to talk about the difference between knowledge and wisdom. By the time this video will end, you will understand what is the meaning of knowledge, what is the meaning of wisdom, what are the key difference between two, and whether wisdom is more important than knowledge or is vice versa. Let me start with a very interesting story. This story is of a thief who was very popular and he was able to steal anything and nobody could catch him. Now his son was also growing up and he was telling all the skills what he was having with himself. Now the son was very keen to go with him and see that how the actual theft happens. So one day the thief said that okay, let's go with me and let's see how we steal something. So they entered a house late in the night. Now the thief told his son that okay, you go inside this room and get something out and I'm waiting outside. As soon as the son went inside, the thief closed the door and he went outside and started shouting that somebody's inside, and then he ran away. After 1 hour, his son came back and he was very angry. He said that why you closed the door from outside? It took me so much of effort and all the skill which I learned so far to come out and get away from that. The thief said, this is the first lesson of your life. Something similar happens in our life too. When we talk about knowledge, it's primarily about we know that what is right, what is wrong, how we should do this thing, how we should not do this thing. Say, for example, it is as simple as that in schools we are being taught that the earth is rotating against the sun. Similarly, when we talk about wisdom, it tells that whatever knowledge we are having, how to use that knowledge. As simple as that, we can learn many things about how to drive a car by looking into the videos and so many things. But the wisdom actually is when we actually drive it, then we know that what is happening at that time and what are the challenges we are facing at that time. There's a very interesting quote which says, knowledge comes from learning, wisdom comes from living. So when we talk with respect to knowledge, knowledge is primarily that what we have to do, how we have to do, and this is very very important. Wherein when we talk about wisdom, primarily it is talking about that why it is like that and what to do with that particular knowledge. So let me share some examples through which we can understand that what are the key difference between knowledge and wisdom. The first thing is with respect to knowing about learning and applying. When we talk about knowledge, it's all about learning some new things. Say, for example, we want to know how to swim. So we can go through different videos and books. We can learn how to rotate our hands, how to take the breath, how to coordinate between different things. But when we talk about applying, then the real challenge comes. Because that is a time when we really understand the coordination between head, hands, and the legs. Then the second aspect with respect to learning and knowledge is about facts and judgment. Now, learning helps us to know that what is a fact, what is this, and what is that. But when we apply that, at that time, then comes to know the real thing about it. So, for example, you must have heard a story about a mechanic. There was a car which was making a lot of sound, and nobody was knowing that why it is making sounds of now. Now, after going through and understanding about that why this sound is coming and from there that sound is coming, the mechanic just hammered at one particular place and that noise stopped completely. When he asked for the money, he said that I want 10,000 rupees. Now that person said that you just hammered one thing and then you are saying that I want 10,000 rupees. Why? So at that time, that mechanic said that this 10 rupees is only with respect to hammering that. But where to hammer the remaining money is with respect to. Then another aspect with respect to knowledge and wisdom is external and internal. Many times it happens that externally we learn many new things. Say, for example, with respect to spirituality, there are many things, there are many books, many gods, so many people who are telling so many things with respect to the life after that, and so many things. But the real thing comes when we actually face the real challenge of life, when something tragic happens with us, when we are in a difficult situation in life. At that time, whatever knowledge we had so far, how we are able to apply that knowledge, how we are able to understand the people, that is something that is called wisdom at that time. Then another aspect with respect to knowledge and wisdom is with respect to immediate and long term. When we talk about immediate, primarily it is just telling us that what to be done, how to be done, and what is the right way to done. But when we talk about the long term, it is more about its application. Many a time it happens that early in the career, so many people advise us, do this thing, this is not good, that is not good, and we follow that. But After a long time, maybe 10 years, 15, 20, or 30 years, then we realize that the path where we are going actually is not the right path. We should have gone this way, but actually we have spent the entire life on this path. So there we realize is that what is right and what is wrong. In short, both knowledge and wisdom are important. Once we have a knowledge, we should know how to apply that knowledge, and only then we can see that how we can grow and have a sustained success in our life. There's a very interesting quote with respect to that, which says, knowledge is learning something every day. Wisdom is letting go of something every day. My dear friend, if I talk about myself, I always try to learn new things, and I also try to see that whether it is applied properly or not. I am trying and I am challenging myself. What you are doing? I'm looking for your feedback. Thank you.